So what kind of podcast do you listen to?
I listen to, man, the what I first one started listening to was the Call Her Daddy girls, because the sex sells, man. And they were good. They were good because they had no filter.
Yeah.
And you don't hear girls talk like that. And you like hearing girls talk
Not
like
openly.
Yes, exactly.
Well, yeah. In a podcast setting, it's different.
When you hear girls talk like openly like that, it especially guys.
Yeah.
It interests y'all, and you're like, whoa, because if you hear a girl tell a story about their like sex life,
yeah,
you believe it more than when a guy tells a story about a sex life, because guys brag and they lie and then whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You're right. What? She built it in her stomach? Oh, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Come on.
But if a girl says, yeah, I did this on the first day, you're like, yes! All right.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Like, did he have a car?
It's what I know. You listen to a lot of podcasts, and I unfortunately I don't know. And I think it's I when I tell people that I don't listen to podcasts, they're like, "Well, you have a podcast." I say, "Well, yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I listen to them." I think I told y'all guys last week I listened to that one, that Smartless, with Justin Bateman and those guys, Sean Hayes, and all that. So that's like a lot of people listen to those true crime.
Yes.
Ones, like, and y'all said y'all listen to all that too, and I'm like, dude, I don't listen to podcasts, not because I'm trying to be, well, my podcast is better. That's not how I feel. I just don't listen to them.
Biased.
Yeah. I'm not biased towards my own. I just really don't listen to them.
Yeah.
But I try to listen to those, like the call. What was it? Call Her Daddy. Call Her Daddy. There you go. And I still like, I want to be intrigued.
Yeah.
I want to hear about, women's parts and, but
women's parts and how they came about,
how they started.
Yes.
What you're supposed to do. But I mean, I don't know, man. What other podcasts? I don't know. To be honest with you, I mean, I know there's some podcasts I know, like you were talking about celebrity podcasts. Like, how much money do you think they make off of those? I mean, they're already rich.
And they could get any sponsors they want because because of their celebrity status.
Exactly.
So, the sponsors are like, well, if I put my ad in here, people are gonna want to buy because one, they're listening to him or her, and now my ad's coming out on there.
Did they have on that? I'm sure they're all the same. It's like listening to ESPN, like in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
They have the radio show, but it's on TV.
Yeah.
So that's their radio show.
Yeah, exactly.
But then right in the middle, like, this section of, Mike and Mike is brought to you by AutoZone. And, I'm like, we should just do that, like, for no reason. Like, this sponsored by La Flocorico Bakery on 2219 North Flores. Maybe they'll listen and say, hey, we need to sponsor those guys.
But the celebrities their podcasts are taking away from the little people that want to start a podcast and hopefully try to get to their status, because
that's why you had you posed the question, what is a podcast? And I think that's why you're asking, because I think should podcasts only be for people like us? Because like you're saying, which I agree. I mean, these people already make shit tons of money, and now they're getting sponsors, and now they're getting ads, and they're getting even more money.
I think paid podcasts should be for people like us, and celebrities should be unpaid.
Yeah. Right. They should look for the little people and give us money.
Yes.
Hint.
We could come up with good content. We can't get the the same guests that they
we
get.
can't get porn stars like other
Exactly.
guys. I mean, we can make one up. You know?
Yeah.
We can bring any, we can bring any hoe from the west side.
There you go.
Please welcome to the show. Oh man, I don't even want to make up a name because
I know, yeah, you don't know what backlash comes after.
Yeah, it's gonna come back because we are uncanceled.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, we're doing okay. But I understand your question. It's like, because when you asked, I was like, I went to Google. And I looked it up. No, I didn't go to Bing. Bing should just cancel. Bing should just close down. Like, if you're using Bing, then you must work for Microsoft, because really, who else outside of that uses Bing?
Like, how many search engines do you need?
Where there was so many, it was Ask Jeeves.
Do you remember that? I remember that one. Ask Jeeves. That's right.
Man, speaking of internet, way back in the beginning, you remember Netscape?
Netscape? I remember the term. I just forgot what it was.
Netscape was probably one of the first internet, not search engines. It was the first way to get to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back in 95, bro. Well, I mean, I actually went to college, believe it or not. 2 years, ping pong. But yeah, Netscape started. And then the chat rooms. Did you ever get into those?
Yes, I remember the chat rooms. Everybody had that. Everybody wanted to get in the chat room. That was the first Tinder, man. That was Tinder before it was Tinder. Which you just couldn't swipe right or anything.
Yeah, you didn't know who you were talking to, man. It could have been a dude in Chones.
How did we go from podcast to internet, dude?
I took it that way. I'm sorry. Right. Let's go back. Let's switch directions back.
Let's bust a U-turn.
Let's bust a Yui, which is illegal here. But no. So that's why I'm saying, like, what other podcasts have you listened to then? Besides, because you were talking about how that show kind of split up.
Yeah, they split up, and it hasn't been. It was good. It was good because they didn't have guests on there.
They just talked.
And if they did have guests on there, it wasn't big known name guests. You know, now that they split up and they went solo, now you see them trying to get guests that people know, right? Because they can't do it on their own. You know, and I've listened to their both of them separately.
Yeah,
and they're not as good as they were when they were together.
Yeah,
you know. So,
do they have porn stars on their shows now?
They do now. I thought I sent you that one. remember?
Oh, because of that Spurs player.
Spurs player.
Yeah. I can't say names. I gotta say names.
You didn't listen to that one?
Oh man, I tell you. What did I tell you?
Yeah, that's actually a good. And it was good because she was a porn star, and she goes into detail on how she got started and what got her in the business and how, you know, this and that and what happens on set. And it gets you fucking, you know,
intrigued.
As a dude, it gets you intrigued, you know. So, and like it's like if a guy had a guy porn star on there, come on,
boring.
Yeah, it's exactly boring, you know.
Jeez. I don't want to hear about you. I know what you got.
Yes,
I don't want to hear about that. Yeah. So, if there are any San Antonio porn stars that want to come on to Uncanceled Culture, we're reaching out to you, throwing out that lifeline. But nah, man, I don't. I try, but I just can't do it. Yeah, some of them I might find interesting because there's certain people that were mentioned on those podcasts that we might know.
Yeah, but a lot of this other. I mean, I listen to some of the. When I first started listening to podcasts, a girl got me into the true crime ones.
Yeah,
and one of the first ever ones was a true crime one that would, you know, they would actually bring up a crime that actually happened, and they would go into detail, you know, about the crime, like how it started, when it started, and the outcome of it.
Yeah.
Not only with the people the victims, but also the person who got caught or didn't get caught.
Right.
You know, so that one was pretty good. I kind of like that one.
You had mentioned you had mentioned the other one that was called was it horrible
Decisions.
Decisions. It was an how do you say it?
A pun?
Yeah, the beginning part of horrible.
Yes, was spelled differently.
Different way.
It was spelled differently.
Is that one still around? Oh no, you said they changed it.
They changed their name. I thought they had changed their name, but they didn't. But I think it's still around. I haven't gone back to listen to them, lately.
Yeah.
But those were another ones that are pretty raw.
Yeah.
And get down
straight up. That one I did listen to after you told me to check out one of the episodes. I did listen to it. I'm like, what the hell? So it is very intriguing to hear women, because most women won't openly talk like that.
No, they don't.
But you put a microphone in front of them, and it just everything just flies out.
Because the women won't openly talk, because they have this image that they don't want to.
Yeah,
they don't want to ruin.
Right, exactly, and I think that's anyone. Yes. But it's crazy though. You give them a little money,
sugar and spice. Remember that.
Give them a little money, put a microphone in front of them, and panties drop, so to speak.
Yeah, be advertising for hymns.
Roman.
Yeah, it's a Roman little blue pill.
The little blue pill. Blue Chew. We need to get sponsored by Blue Chew.
Or just Chew.
Chew in.
Just Chew in. No, we got sponsored by Chew in.
I think it's those things pop up on Facebook all the time. Roman, and hymns, and the Blue Chew pops up, and I always crack up, dude, because the Blue Chew one pops up, and it's this girl, and she's attractive or whatever, and she's wearing, just basically wearing like underwear and like this skimpy shirt, and it's like, yeah, you drink this Blue Chew, that's the type of girl you're gonna end up with. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not true. That's not entirely true.
Yeah, just like Red Bull's supposed to give you wings. Huh?
Well, the Blue Chew is supposed to give you something entirely different. You probably use it for a hammer, apparently. But yeah, man, that's podcasts. We did pretty good, to be honest with you, in the first episode.
I saw that, and I mean, I don't know who listened.
I don't know, but I will tell you this though. We had that conversation because apparently people around here like iPhones. We need more listeners on Spotify though. So a lot of people were complaining because like, well, why don't you put it on Apple Podcasts? Blah blah blah.
I don't know about a lot. I just know one.
Well, yeah, there's one.
I just know one.
Yeah,
and I don't see how you can't just download the Spotify app. I mean, how hard is that, man? Or
just go to it. I mean, I don't. The one thing I don't know is, okay, you don't have to have a paid subscription, right? Do you have a paid subscription?
No.
So you can go to it and look for the podcast and then play it.
And it plays.
And you don't have any problems with it.
No.
See, that's what I don't understand.
And I don't even know if Spotify has a premium subscription.
They do.
It's for $10. What? Like
it's
what?
Well,
would you get to listen to more stuff than usual?
No, the difference is it's okay. It's a small difference, but you can listen if you don't have a subscription. You only listen to songs that come up. You could put Elvis, right?
Oh, but you can only listen to songs.
Whatever songs come up is all you can listen to, and then you get like 6 skips.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if you don't like that song, you can skip it.
It's like Pandora.
Yeah, same thing.
It's like Pandora, yeah.
So after,
but who goes to Spotify listen to music? Everybody go. I mean, everybody. Oh,
that's it. You're off. You're off the show.
I mean, I'm
gonna start interviewing porn stars now.
I don't go to Spotify to listen to music. It's all podcasts on my Spotify. And if I want to listen to music, I'll do YouTube music or Pandora.
Well, the one thing I don't like about YouTube is that you have to leave it open.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Yeah, you got to leave it open so it'll play.
Yeah.
But But that's just the biggest difference is that you with Spotify, if you don't have the premium, if whatever lets you Metallica, I look up Metallica, I can't look for Enter Sandman and and play it.
Yeah.
But if I pay,
Then you can.
$9.99 or whatever, I don't even remember how much I pay, but you pay, then you can play whatever song. You can search for any song and play it. Yeah. Now I didn't know that about the podcast, so Roger should just fucking go to Spotify and stop complaining about Apple Podcasts. And somebody else too, but I'm not going to mention her name.
Just go to the App Store, find the Spotify, download it, and there you go.
It's easy as that.
Easy as that.
And the reason I say that is because if we want to start making money, we need 100 Spotify listeners.
Oh, okay.
So that's why in the beginning we were exclusively on Spotify until somebody
made it difficult.
And just so that I could appease the masses, there I go looking on Apple Pod. How do I get my podcast?
Well, so here you go. So now you had the first one on Apple.
Yeah,
like a teaser. There you go.
Yeah.
Now take it off. You want to listen to more? It's Spotify.
I should just take it. Why did I even do that? I just said, no, Roger, you got to listen to, Spotify, and that's it.
That's it.
Sorry, Charlie.
I'm telling you, that's the teaser right there. It's a teaser. As an example, it would be a sample, and now specifically Spotify.
Yes, because they changed it up, and I doubt anybody that works with Spotify is going to listen to us. But anyway, yeah, they did change it because it was easier.
What do they call those people that listen? Spam people?
Spam.
The ones that weed out the spam.
Oh, I don't know.
Blockers or filters or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you could just do whatever. Like you could put it out there, and you could, as long as you had an ad in there, you could make money, right? And I mean, it was like you had to get like a certain amount of listens before you even made like a penny or something, But we made $23 last time, bro. That's how good we were. We had a lot of listens.
What happened to those $23?
So what else are we gonna? Next topic. I went into the Modelo that I'm drinking.
Oh, okay. Then okay.
It's good. See,
it's good. It's good use.
No, they changed the rules a little bit, so now you have to have a certain amount of listeners. You have to publish. You have to publish a podcast or show every 60. Well, at least 60 days, and we're doing it weekly, so that's taken care of. We don't have to worry about that. But it's a matter of people going to Spotify to listen to the podcast, not on Apple Music or Apple iPad or Apple shit skis, whatever it is. Since I'm an Apple hater, but Roger. But yeah, so if we want to go that route, or the other route is we could have subscribers and they could pay to listen to us.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
So that means we will make no money.
Yeah, exactly.
No money at all. Zero money. Not even our parents will listen to us.
Yeah. It's like us having an OnlyFans, huh? No subscriptions.
Got a lot of likes, but no subscriptions. Speaking of OnlyFans, no. If I get those Blue Chew pills, I would.
We have an OnlyFans all.
The porker.
We should have an OnlyFans podcast, just instead of putting it on Spotify, put it on OnlyFans.
Sorry, you want to listen, you're gonna have to pay exactly $4.99. Oh man, so what is a podcast? Oh, we already talked about that. All right. So Fiesta
come and gone almost.
Yeah, it's pretty much gone.
Pretty much gone.
There's basically today and tomorrow left with Fiesta, and we did talk about wanting to do uh, stories, just the stories. But as you could tell, there's somebody missing.
Yes, that's true.
If you
Somebody who went to Fiesta last night, probably Fiesta too much.
and yeah, he's not here. So
At the moment,
well,
he might make
yeah.
a grand
If you hear the
entrance.
doorbell go off,
Yes, and
that's probably
you
going
know.
to be him. And Dr. X has a camera outside his house that talks to you.
It warns the robbers that we're watching that are trying to steal something that, hey, if you steal that, I got you on video. To think twice about what you're taking.
Here I go walking up to the house, and I just hear this little lady's voice. Hello, you're on candid camera. I'm like, wait, what? No, I didn't say that, but still.
I don't know. I had told someone to get it for me because I wanted, because the reason why I got the camera doorbell or the camera door thing, because my DoorDasher stole my food one day.
No way.
Yes.
So you want to get that motherfucker next time.
We'll go back to Fiesta in a little bit.
Hey, I'm sorry. That was one of the things that one of the comments that was given to me about the show was that we never follow through on what we're talking about.
I say that. Dude, I say that. Is that my comment or somebody else?
Speak up, sir. Speak
Yes,
up. No, it was okay with you and other people now.
Yeah, we never stick. Exactly. We'll start talking about.
We're like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing. We never talk about anything.
The colors. The colors. ADHD is a thing here when we're talking.
Go. You can't talk about ADHD, man. Somebody's gonna take that very seriously.
Oh wait, I could be referring to a TV. ADHD. High definition television. They don't know what I'm talking about.
Ulterior definition, high definition. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Fiesta.
Oh yeah. But I mean, if we want to talk about Fiesta and we want to get people outside of San Antonio to listen, I mean, you got to tell them what Fiesta is. Explain how it started. I don't know how it started.
Fiesta. Okay, if you really want to know, I could tell you. I'll try and tell you as quick as I can. Okay, so the true meaning or the historical meaning for Fiesta was way back in the day. They were celebrating what they call the Battle of Flowers, and it was supposed to coincide with a presidential visit from one of the presidents that was going on. I'll try and keep it short because it's historical and it's boring. But so what happened on that day was the president that I don't remember who the president was. It was way back when. Did not come because there was a downpour of rain. So he actually didn't come for that, Battle of Flowers.
So so we get more idea of maybe what president it was. What was the year?
Oh God, it was Benjamin
Button.
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah. So he got old, getting young. And he got younger, getting older.
I didn't even see that movie, so I don't
know. Benjamin Harris. Benjamin Harrison.
Was that a president?
Yeah, it was one of those.
We never had a president named Benjamin.
Google it.
What's that guy's not here, man?
No, he would be looking this shit up, but he's not here. No, and that's what happened. It was supposed to be a festival or a Battle of Flowers, and it was supposed to like mark some occasion, and that president was going to be here. Benjamin Harris, right? You're nodding your head. Harrison. Okay.
Benjamin Harrison. 23rd president of the United States from 1889 to 1893.
There you go. So it was in between that time.
Was it really?
Yeah.
We've been having fiestas for that long?
Yeah, that's well the true meaning, yes.
Wow.
For us, Fiesta's always been NIOSA.
Yeah.
That's the true meaning of Fiesta. But
yes.
The whole reason it started was because of that. So he never actually made it because it rained. So they decided to have it the next day. So the next day is when everything actually started, and they had all these flowers there, and apparently the women just started throwing flowers at each other, and so that's how they got the Battle of Flowers.
Oh, Battle of Flowers.
Yeah, Battle of Flowers.
Aha.
So these ladies that are the Battle of Flowers, I don't know, coalition, I don't know what you want to call them. So they basically kept the tradition, and they called it, made it into a fiesta. So every year they would celebrate that, and then it turned into one thing, and it turned into another, and then it turned into getting ass, butt, naked, drunk at NIOSA for 4 days.
It turned into a less what is it? A less like under Mardi Gras. Without the beads and boobs.
Yeah, and if you turned a corner somewhere, it might have been that way.
Yeah,
you never know. If and NIOSA, maybe,
but yeah, it's like a notch below Mardi Gras.
Yeah, and see, and NIOSA is just one part of it. It's if you're not from San Antonio, Fiesta is a big thing here. We closed down the city for a whole day for Battle of Flowers. Well, technically,
yeah,
because it always around Good Friday. That's when Fiesta's coming.
Oh yeah, it's in April. Yeah,
April,
and
then
Easter.
It comes up, and then we actually get a Friday off called Battle of Flowers. Yeah. And basically the city shuts down.
Yeah.
And we have our parades, and we have our market square, and people getting drunk and shot. Well, I feel for that dude.
They weren't getting shot till recently.
No, man. That shit didn't happen until a couple days ago.
We're going on 20-something hours now. And to tell you the truth, man, like the day before they sent me that video, I was actually thinking in my mind, like, man, as bad as Fiesta is and Market is, nobody's ever gotten shot there, dude.
Never.
You know?
I mean, there's been fights.
Yeah, there's been fights.
But nobody's ever
gotten shot there.
Yeah.
And then I wake up the next morning and I have a message.
Then you you probably got 50 TikToks from us. Yes. Look at this dude. He gets shot. No, man, it's bad. It's bad. That shouldn't have happened, because it's never been that way. It's never been that way. There's been fights, numerous fights. There's video of fights and all that, but nobody's ever taken out a gun, dude.
And from what I saw, dude, the sad thing is what I saw is the dude that got shot. I think he was just trying to break up the fight.
I think so. I think that
wasn't even part of the fight.
No. Have you seen that video?
I saw the video. The one where he actually gets.
Yeah, where you can actually see him
get shot. Yeah, I seen that video.
Yeah. Oh man.
And that's what I'm saying. It's out. I think he was just trying to break up a fight.
I don't think he was part of it.
No,
I don't think he was.
I don't think
so. And that video was so weird. It was, dude, and the back of my mind, I was thinking, man, that almost seemed like it was staged. That's a conspiracy theory I have. Is that it was staged because nobody could find a shooter.
No,
they didn't find a shooter, but they found the dude.
Yes,
he didn't fall down like where he got shot.
No, he walked a little. Yeah,
he took off, and the police found him I don't know, 100, 200 feet away.
Yeah,
and then they started working on him. But I just saw today that he's fine.
Oh,
he's recovering. So
okay.
He's I think at first he was in critical, but then they downgraded him. But yeah, I just actually saw a picture of him in the hospital. So he's doing good. But yeah, holding his chest.
Yeah,
but that doesn't happen, man. And of course, if you are outside of San Antonio and you're hearing, well, why the fuck would I want to go to Fiesta now? But I think that's why it was good that we bring this up, because it's like, if you want to go to Fiesta and you hear all the bad stories and stuff, I mean, I think the good outweighs the bad.
I think so too.
I think it does. And it's like, maybe, we wasted all our Fiesta years when we were younger, because we just get,
I'm gonna, when I went to Vegas this past summer, we went to the old strip.
Yeah. Oh, with the Golden Nugget.
So I know. Yeah. So everybody's, the people that haven't been to San Antonio for Fiesta, but I'm sure everybody's been to Vegas and the old strip.
Yeah.
Just picture the old strip. Like I compared the old strip in Vegas like Fiesta on steroids.
You're talking about Fremont Street and all
Yes,
that.
Fremont.
Yeah.
You know, because that's exactly what it is. Just
Right.
walking around, drinking,
Party.
music, partying.
Yeah.
You know, sadly, we didn't have Mexican Elvis this year for the first time.
Salute.
Yes, because but I mean, he was there. He was like those people in Vegas that
They're,
you know,
yeah,
like shows that
those street people,
street performers. There you
Yeah.
go. Yes, he was like our street performer along with the Sucia in the Fiesta Sucia.
That is real, folks. If you have no idea, look it up.
Yes,
Google it. She's there. She's there.
She's
She's
there.
got a blue bikini top. You can't miss it.
And we had our Mexican Elvis who passed away last year.
Yeah, so he's not here this year.
He wasn't here this for the first time. But he was
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he was wearing his Elvis outfit with the sideburns, the sunglasses, and had his guitar.
Everybody knew him, man. It was like, you know, people take pictures with him, and you know, he was a cool dude. But I really think that the good outweighs the bad, because everybody's gonna have their bad experience, regardless. I mean, not everybody's gonna get shot, but it's gonna be there's gonna be one day where you're gonna have a bad fiesta. You know what I mean? Like, no matter where it's at, gonna be in NIOSA, the parade, and that's another thing is the parades. We have parades. You know, we have a day parade on Friday, and then today, which is Saturday, we have a night parade, which happens at night. But I mean, I'm not in the fiesta mood now that I'm a little older now, you know, because we all went through it, you know, and that was a lot to go through, dude.
Because if the bad for fiesta is not only like getting to a fight or getting shot, but I mean, you still got to drive home.
Yeah.
You still got to drive home from fiesta, and they're out there looking, man. Yeah. They're out there. That's what they're waiting for.
And they pulled that, what is it called? What is that thing where they can automatically just take your blood?
Oh, no warrant?
Yeah.
Is it no warrant?
Yes. No something. And they'll take you in and they'll draw your blood. They don't need a warrant, or they don't need anything.
Yeah. They do that just for one night, right?
Yeah, like exactly.
I think they do it. I think they do it. Well, do they do it for the whole week of fiesta?
I'm sure. Yeah, because I don't think it's specific nights. I'm pretty sure it's every night.
Yeah.
So you do have to be careful.
Yeah. Uber,
Lyft. It's like they say. I mean, I know people that have got, you know, whatever you want to call them, DUIs, DWIs, whatever. Dude, spend what, $15-$20 for a Lyft or Uber compared to $10,000-$15,000 trying to have to pay for lawyers and all that shit.
I mean, I think it kind of evens out too, because you're gonna have to pay for parking. And you saw how much it is to pay for parking down there, dude.
That is ludicrous.
Yes. So you're driving around. You drive around for about an hour to find parking. When you finally find parking after you pass by the one that, well, it's $20 here. Maybe it's cheaper over there. And you find out it's not cheaper over there. So you go back to the one that was only $20 and you park there. You've wasted an hour looking for, you know.
Dude, I was crazy. I saw somebody posted that picture. $60.
I didn't see that one, man.
Yeah, $60.
I think the highest I saw was 20.
That's what I was like, dude. $60. My car better be washed when I get back, and better be detailed too, and with, you know, with a ribbon on top of it or something. $60, dude.
It'll be washed, all right, with a lot of beer.
Yeah.
With a lot of beer.
Or vomit.
Yeah, or piss.
Exactly. Why are my tires look like that?
My tires are so shiny. I didn't armor all them.
Well, they were armor all right. But so I guess what we were thinking about talking about stories. I'm like, what kind of stories do you have?
I don't really have Fiesta stories, man, that are like good worth talking about. They're not worth talking about, dude. I think that the very first time I went to Fiesta and I also was with you.
Really?
Yeah, that was the very first time I went to Fiesta and I
feel honored.
Yeah. And
I don't even remember, but I feel honored.
Because it was like in 98, 99.
Yeah.
Like 98, 99, man. And then after that, I wouldn't go. I mean, you're just always drunk. So you don't remember.
Yeah.
You know, you hardly remember.
It was NIOSA, man.
Yeah.
Was it NIOSA?
It was NIOSA.
That we went to?
Yeah. Man. Back when it was only $10 to get in.
Yeah, and the cups were bigger.
Yes, and we still couldn't afford it.
that was one of the stories that I had, man. I had two that stood out, and one of them was because wait, I like you said, I didn't have any money, but I still found a way to make it to
Make it
fucking
work, right?
NIOSA,
Yes,
man.
we still made it work
Man,
somehow,
we'd hit
dude.
that what is it, the Coinstar? I think Coinstar was around, or whatever,
No.
or
Oh wait,
whatever else,
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking
whatever
about.
was around at that time, where
Yeah,
you could go dump your pennies and and nickels and dimes,
probably the
and
bank. That's
I
about
don't
it.
know, man. But let me tell you, I had to hit that up several times, dude, just to go to Fiesta. And then on the way to Fiesta, I had a carload of basically the car was full of everybody was younger than me. In the sense that, not that they weren't 21, but everybody was younger than me. They were 21. I think I was already like 23,
Yeah.
24, something like that. So we're heading to,
You were the veteran.
yeah,
Veteran of
I was
Fiesta.
the one they always came to. What are we
Yeah.
supposed to do?
There you had the rookies. You're showing the
Yeah,
rookies the
I
ropes.
show them the ropes. This is what happens, fools. But no, we were in such a rush to get downtown. Uh, on the South Cross down there, it's 4 lanes, two one way, two the other.
Oh
And
yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. I was driving.
Yeah.
I wasn't drunk, but I wasn't paying attention. And I literally drove from one side of South Cross to the other across 4 lanes before anybody even said, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, dude, we could have, yeah, it could have been bad.
Yes, it could have
But
been
it was in a rush to get to NIOSA.
bad. You would never got there, man. You almost didn't get
We
there.
would not be having this conversation right
Jeez.
now, probably.
No.
And if I did, it wouldn't, I'd probably be in a bed, in a hospital,
Yes.
probably. But that's what we did. That's what we did, just to have money, just to go down to Fiesta, man.
But it's funny you say that, because now that downtown is real bad right now because of Fiesta. A lot of road closures.
Oh, yeah.
And then we still have a lot of one-way streets,
Yeah.
downtown. So just the other day I was driving the right way on a one-way street while somebody else was driving the wrong way on that same one-way street. And luckily it was a 2-lane one-way street.
Yeah.
And I was on the lane to turn right, and they were coming on the lane to turn left. But I just think in my head, like, if I was on that same lane, I just started ching ching. If I would have got hit,
Keep coming.
Yes.
Keep coming.
I probably wouldn't have been able to spend it. But
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I could quit my job.
Yeah.
It'd be like Sonny and Big Daddy.
Yes.
They ran over my foot.
They ran over my foot. Yeah, I probably would have, wouldn't been able to walk or anything,
Yeah.
but I'd have been getting paid.
It would have been money. Then you would have had those, what is this, those JG Wentworth?
Yeah, commercials, the hammer.
877 yeah.
I'm the hammer. Lift the hammer. Shoot. Because he was traveling at a good speed too. He wasn't going fast, but he was driving, good speed.
Yeah.
I was driving at a good speed. If we would have hit head on, it would have been lights out for one of us.
Damn,
Yeah.
that fast, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at that rate of speed.
That rate of
Not
speed,
that
and
you were
then
going fast,
and then how
but-
delicate our cars are made nowadays.
Fly out the window.
Yeah, a little love tap, and it's
Yeah.
totaled. When back in the day you had to really just
Right.
run into a car in order, and you still want to get like a dent.
I mean, we're talking like Griswold
Vehicle
vehicle jumping off a cliff.
cliff,
and-
and still good to go. Shoot.
Oh man, but that brings up another conversation, dude. San Antonio drivers.
Oh yeah, we're bad, dude.
Speaking of pet peeves, San Antonio drivers, dude. Now on the way to Boston's practice, I had somebody said hello to me. Two different people said hello to me with the one
with
finger.
the one finger. Yeah. Just,
Why are you mad at me because I'm driving right and you're stupid? Like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's what makes me so upset, dude. Like,
what'd they do? What'd you do? What was the
Okay.
incident?
we were driving on 151, right?
Uh-huh.
And left lane supposed to be for passing. Right.
151 is a highway. Just
Well,
for
151 is, it's
is a
kind of
highway.
like when California people talk about the one, and then you take a left and go on the
Yeah,
five, and
there you go.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. But
Yes.
151 is basically like a way to get somewhere else faster. So it's like a
Yeah, it's like
cutoff.
yes, it's a
Yeah.
toll road without the tolls.
Yeah, exactly. No toll. No, you don't have to pay to drive on that. But
Yeah.
so it's only 2 lanes, right? And the guy's in the left lane doing about 50, and I'm trying to get to practice, and I'm like, okay, and I'm in a hurry. I'll admit it, but you don't stay in the lane for about 3 miles doing 50 miles an hour when I'm trying to pass your ass. And you're just there coasting. So what do you think this motherfucker does? When I move into the right lane and try and pass him, what do you think he did?
He moves into the right lane.
No, he sped up.
Oh,
You piece of shit. He fucking sped up. So he didn't let me pass him. So I had to get right back in behind him. So finally, when I got my chance, I punched it and I went around him. And as I'm driving by him, he said hello. And I'm like, you motherfucker. And I got a kid in the car, so I'm not gonna do anything back because I don't know what he has. But still, man,
whether it's 2 lanes, 3 lanes, 4 lanes, whatever, we only have as many as 3 here, I think, right?
Most of the time,
yeah. Whether it's 2 or 3, isn't the far left the passing lane?
Exactly. You're supposed to pass in that lane, which I was trying to do. Not stay in that lane. I was trying to pass, but he stayed in that lane.
Even if it's a road that has it's a 2-way road and it's only 1 lane, like 1 car going and 1 car coming.
Right.
If the lines in the middle are yellow,
exactly,
but split,
right, but it's got to be on your side.
What do you mean?
You understand the rule? Okay. So, we got a 2-lane road.
Yeah.
One going north, one going south.
Yes.
Okay. So the lane, the stripes in the middle of the road, if the other side is a solid yellow
okay,
line,
I get, yeah, it does. That's right.
You cannot pass.
You cannot pass.
If your side is a broken striped yellow line, you are able to pass.
Oh, okay. So the other, yes, exactly, because you don't want to pass at the same time.
Right. And the only time that those are broken is when there's enough time for you to pass, like there's a straight road.
It's not curving,
curved, hilly.
Exactly. Yes.
So so that's what you're saying, right? Because that's I'm like, these people don't understand. Like, if it's a double yellow line, you can't pass, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
But if it's broken,
yes.
That's what pisses me off.
But there's some places in the city that don't have like a solid yellow line and a broken line at the same to where you're saying like you know it's just one big broken line, right? So those you can but common sense,
right?
That's when you use your common sense and be like, all right, I can pass.
I think we talked about common sense last week. Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
And it's not so you can be, I think I can pass. No, if you gotta think you could pass, you're like, you can't pass.
There's a hill coming up. I think I can make it.
Yes.
I really think I can.
Plenty of room, honey. I know this car.
Clark. That's all you hear, Clark. But man, Santa, I don't know, man. I mean, we talked about it last week because we talked about the Z's not having common sense. But there's other people that don't have common sense too.
Probably the parents of the Z's.
Damn those Z's. Oh, but yeah. So anyway, Fiesta.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, just to finish up on the Fiesta thing, like, I mean, you're gonna have a good Fiesta, you're gonna have a bad Fiesta. Like, not every year is gonna be good. And the thing is, it's 10 days, so you can pick something else to go to. You know that you might have. You can take one day. You could take something where you could take the kids. The next day, you could just go by yourself or take your SO, significant other.
Because like we have certain events. It's not. I mean, it's Fiesta, but there's certain events for Fiesta, and this
every day.
This made me think of something because. So we have, you got NIOSA, but you have the oyster bake, which starts off Fiesta.
That's the kickoff, yeah.
And then you have
no. Last week you said it was strawberry
yeah,
festival.
but
I'm like, oh, excuse
That's
me.
Poteet's Fiesta.
And they only get to what, 2 days?
2 days, yeah. No, 3. I think. I think there's
Oh, is it
Friday,
3 now?
Friday, Saturday,
Okay,
Sunday.
okay,
I think.
okay.
So we got Oyster Bay. You got Taste of New Orleans. You got the King Williams Fair.
King Williams today.
You got
yeah.
and you get that today. You got the Battle of Flowers. What is the night parade called? Just a night parade, or is it called
Fiesta Flambeau.
Fiesta Flambeau? There you go.
Because Flambeau.
And the River Parade on
yes,
on Monday. Last Monday
Right.
was the River Parade.
Yep.
And it was probably pretty good because of all the rain. So
Let him-
probably went further than it was supposed to. All that water.
Well said.
Yeah. And you got Market, but the one it made me think of, we also have this event called the Taste of the North Side. And it I saw how did you see how much it was to get into that one?
I don't even want to know.
Yes, you
don't
do want to know.
No, I
You do want to know. Well, the people want to know. The listeners want to know.
Do you want to know?
We just can't tease them like that. And we're going, and we'll see you next week, guys.
So when you come here, you'll never know how much it's going to be.
It'll surprise you.
Yeah.
It'll surprise. I mean, it's not like you're gonna go if you know. I mean, if you know already, you probably didn't go because it's $300 to get in.
Shut the hell up.
$300
No
to get
way.
into that. Yes.
That's a Fiesta event.
That's 10 days right there.
All my Fiesta wrapped up in one, man.
That's 10
What?
days. That's a car payment,
I
dude.
didn't even know
Maybe,
it was
not
that.
even a car, maybe almost a car payment.
Maybe.
That's
two
probably
car
your insurance.
payments.
That's insurance right there.
That's 2 car payments and insurance.
Yes, and well, I was telling somebody like that, and they were like, "Well, maybe they're doing that because they don't want it to get like Market Square."
Oh, are you saying they're trying to keep the riprap?
You said it.
Hey, I mean, but come on, man. Who's gonna afford that? Who's gonna afford it?
I mean, obviously people did.
Exactly.
And
a certain.
I mean,
choice of
it's
people.
kind of like, okay, let's kind of like $300 to get into the Taste of the North Side, $300 for a 9mm. And now you know who goes to the Taste of the North Side and who goes to Market Square.
But was it bought legally?
I don't know, dude.
So they do it just to keep the riffraff.
I'm not
out.
saying that's why they do it, but
but who pays $300?
But common sense, if you have it, you figure it out.
If you have it.
Because I mean,
but okay, then it includes what?
It includes so it's food, right? But it's not like a buffet style food. So where you can go and just freaking
eat and eat.
Yeah, they still serve you, but they serve you like portion sizes, but as much as you want.
Okay.
So little portion here and there.
But they give you like tickets, so you can just go up to anyone.
I think you just go up to anyone. I think you wore like maybe a wristband or something. And,
like unlimited rides.
After they laughing at you for paying $300. Okay, what do you want?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if we went and it'd be like a record scratch? Like,
yes.
Everybody looking. This guy paid $300 for that shit?
Does he have hose in his socks? Yeah. Is that a backwards hat? Oh my God. Who let them in here?
It'd be like the Selena movie. I'm sorry. I don't think you can afford
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Right.
But, and I mean, it has to be unlimited.
I mean, I think it is.
And drinks, I mean.
I don't know about the drink. I don't know if the drinks were unlimited. I don't know if they're separate. Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring that book that I showed you.
Yeah.
That I told you. But I mean, yeah, dude. That's
how are you gonna
$300?
How are you gonna eat $300 worth of food?
They said it, and I think, and they raised it from last year or the year before. I think it was only 100 only. But
man, God damn you, stat guy, because I want him to look that up. Right? I want him to look that shit up because I want to be sure that it's $300.
It's $300. It is $300. I saw it in that book. It's $300. $300 a person, dude.
My God, dude, that is.
And then I saw a TikTok of somebody, who was there, videotape. Hey, if you're gonna do something Fiesta, come to the Taste of the North Side, and they're showing you all the stuff you get, but they don't show you the price. And then in the comments, you'd be like, everybody's, oh, how much? And no answer, no answer.
No answer.
You know,
no,
no.
not gonna tell you.
Yeah, dude. Just come find out for yourself.
Just
you know,
come on down. You get turned away.
Yeah, just spend $300 on gas.
We've got our loan services over here if you want to.
Higher interest rate loans right over here.
You have your car here. You can use it as collateral. Yeah. 300. I still can't believe that. Dude.
Yes, dude.
Oh my god. 300. You know how many things you can do for $300?
Yes.
Everywhere else.
There was another TikTok that I saw where the couple they had $200 and they said, well, let's see how much we could spend, how much we're gonna spend in Fiesta out of this $200. And I mean, they only spent 100 or something. Out of the 200, they had.
I guess it's depending on how much they drank.
Yeah,
kind of foods they
then
ate.
they show what they bought. They show everything they spend, whatever, and on parking and stuff like that. And
it's just like
it only came up to 100 or something. I mean, out of the 200 they had, they still spend over 100. But
it's like going to a Spurs game. You're gonna spend $10 on $12 on a beer.
Mm-hmm.
$10 for $12 for a turkey leg. Everybody has to eat a turkey leg.
I didn't get one this year. Damn it!
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah,
I didn't get a gordita.
One.
No, wait, never mind.
That's another one we're talking. I was saying to my buddy about when is that going to be changed to something else?
Oh, like they want to change the Redskins name.
Yes,
you got to change gorditas.
You got to change gorditas now.
But they like being called little fat ones.
I mean,
all right. So we talked about Fiesta. Well, we talked about podcasts first. Talked about podcasts. Talked about Fiesta. Don't be afraid to go to Fiesta, people. I mean, experience it. Don't automatically take our word for it, and just because somebody got shot.
I think that the best advice is if you see something brewing, like just walk away and don't go take your phone out and start videotaping like everybody does. Just go video, just keep walking.
Do you know how many people were standing and watching after a gun went off?
Instead of taking cover, that's what I know.
Instead of running and hiding, everybody stood there wondering like, are you serious? I couldn't believe it watching that video, dude.
I couldn't either, man.
I'm like, that would have been the last thing I did was pull my damn phone out and start recording.
I would have been in the car already. Yeah, just call it a night.
I would have just jumped into somebody's car and take me, go,
drive. Drive. I'll explain later.
Believe me, just go. But Fiesta, man. Experience it. It's once a year. If you ever want to come down here, check it out. You got to go. That's just, don't take our word for it. Experience it yourself. So we talked about that. We dipped our toes into.
Wait, Louie, you got anything to say about Fiesta? Beep, beep. Okay, beep, beep. Moving on.
As you can see,
we're a mouth short.
Our mouth. This would have been a perfect time to have a porn star on. We didn't have the Louie here. We would have had a porn star. It would have been a lot better.
It would have been.
That would have been a mouse we would have been happy to
feed.
But yeah, the Louie's not here. He I don't know what happened to him, but he's not here, so let's talk about it.
Okay. he can defend himself.
Yeah. So you know what? I don't know. Do we need to go back and talk about how we did the first time in the round table, how we went back and talked about, how we knew each other and all that. We don't got to do that, do we? Nah. Yeah. That was one of the comments that I got. It's like, well, nobody knows y'all. I'm like,
good.
What do you? If this is the only part I want them to know, that's fine. I don't know. They don't need to know what I look like.
It's like somebody told me the other day, like they would see this person every day. This person never says good morning. He just doesn't talk to him, doesn't socialize. And you kind of like, well,
B
Yeah, what a B. But
Or
then you
D.
think about the way the world is nowadays,
Yeah.
and you're like, good. Why do you want to meet somebody else that you probably can't?
Right.
That it probably end up stabbing you in the back later on, dude. So good for him. Just keep to yourself,
Just keep
man.
to yourself, man.
So yeah, if you don't know us, who cares?
It's like it's bad nowadays, I guess, workplace, and you have to watch what you say sometimes, and tiptoe around, and
Walking
not
on eggshells,
you're walking on
man.
eggshells
Walking
all
on
the time,
eggshells
man.
everywhere.
Anyway, so we're talking about Louis. What were we gonna say?
And that's when we know that I guess we could talk about Louis
Because he's not here.
he's not here.
Well, wait. Before we get into that, so we did do some research. We went on to Google. We didn't go to Bing.
We didn't go to Bing.
We went to Google and found out that the taste of the North Side, and there is a reason why it costs that much. It's unlimited possibilities for San Antonio's youth.
Yes.
So it's basically a fundraising event.
It's fundraising.
It was a fundraising event.
Yeah.
So I guess, okay.
If it's for the kids.
For the kids. No, yeah. We went just since our stat guy is not here to look this up. We had to do some searching for it, and we found it's basically a fundraising event. So yeah. So that's you want to pay $300 to help kids unlimited possibilities. And,
you want to help somebody, raise funds instead of you helping yourself raise your own funds.
Instead of them raising a kid at 15. Yeah, that's what it's for.
You can barely raise your own funds, and you want to go help somebody raise their funds.
I'm gonna go start a GoFundMe page.
Yes.
To start a GoFundMe page.
GoFundMe.
But unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened to Louis. The Louie, as he prefers to be called, and he was playing with his balls.
Well, he did go to Fiesta last night.
Yeah, and that could be an excuse. Yeah, we're texting him before we got together.
I told you,
I can't get out of this place. He's probably throwing up like bile.
He's throwing up the chicken on the stick.
Yeah,
he's throwing up chicken on the stick and whatever else they had.
And his turkey leg.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's probably throwing all that up. That's probably what it was, dude. It was an excuse. It was an excuse. That's all it was. I can't get out of here. Yeah, you can't get out of bed.
You can't get out of bed.
A pounding headache is probably what you got.
He says his name is Ralph.
Where's your license? Isn't it back there on the bumper, man? We should do a whole show like talking like West Siders.
I think there's already a show like that.
Hey, but they have guests.
Oh yes, I forgot.
They have real guests.
They
like,
have real.
Yes, I forgot. I don't know who they are, but they have guests.
Never heard of them before, but they got
guests.
Yeah.
We need to maybe you know what? Fuck it. We should just have sex stories.
But it's
nobody wants to hear us.
Nobody wants to. You can tell us sex stories.
So that we have to bring on a willing female participant.
That tells us
that'll tell us her
sex story, and people will believe that more than they'll believe us.
The next time you have a hole in your backyard, you ask her if she wants to be on the show. And hopefully y'all listened last week because that was pretty funny.
That too, really. I fell in one.
Was it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I fell in one. It was like a sinkhole back there, and I fell in it.
That's not good.
No, that's not.
There's sinkholes in the streets, sinkholes in the backyard, West Side holes in the backyard. There's holes everywhere. Got holes
in different area codes.
I heard somebody say that. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, Louis missed out on this one, man. But we missed out on it. I don't know. We're not. You know what? Now I don't want to give him a chance to tell him his story now.
What story was he gonna tell?
I don't know. He said he had Fiesta stories.
Well, he's
and then he kept saying, "Well, I might have some more."
Yeah, I know. Well, there's his story. He missed. He missed.
Oh yeah, after the chicken on the.
Well, there's always next year.
See, every year. Unless we have another pandemic.
Yes, then
we're done. We're not.
Other than that, next year he'll be able to tell his story from this year.
Oh man, Fiesta coming to an end tomorrow.
And people really ride it out to the very end. No, they'll go with Market Square Sunday night and be there till the last call.
I would have to imagine that people take the week off
Yeah, they do.
and they save money
Yeah,
for
they
it. It's
do.
like Christmas.
Yes.
Like, they you gotta buy gifts. Well,
Yes.
same thing for Fiesta.
The
You
Fiesta,
gotta buy
they gotta buy the medals. They gotta buy the medals. Every restaurant,
that sash. Everybody has one.
Everybody
man.
has
I
a
think
medal.
the hoes on the west side even have one too.
That would be cool.
The official
That'd be cool, man.
is standing out here on General McMullen and Culebra.
Did you know that our city has an ordinance? I guess back in the day when the parade was going on, and people would be giving out their medals while the parade was going. Like people in the parade would give the crowd medals.
Yeah.
So I heard there's an ordinance. Our city has an ordinance that they can't do that anymore because of the safety hazard of the pin.
What?
You know,
They were doing it yesterday.
I mean, but they're not supposed to be.
What?
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
That's what I heard.
Louie,
there it is.
son of a. I'm gonna post on Facebook that we have an opening.
Taking applications.
Taking applications for uncancer culture stat guy or stat person.
Stat person.
Yes, we can't say man.
Yeah, it'll be what is it? It's not a full-time spot. It's a it's a like not seasonal, but what is it called? Like a substitute for when he's not here. That's the only time you got to be on call.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be on call.
That's the nature of the business is to be on call.
You got to be on call. So
Louis, up chucking, Fiesta turkey legs.
Yes,
you can come fill in for him. It does not pay. It doesn't pay in any way.
It's an unpaid internship.
It doesn't pay real money. It doesn't pay in your time.
It doesn't pay.
It doesn't pay at all. Like, really. But I already forgot what we're talking about. If we had Stat Guy here, you would know. Fucking Louie.
And it's not. And I don't even think SeaWorld's open.
This is SeaWorld.
I don't even think SeaWorld's open for him to be making that excuse up.
Where could he have been? Let's play. Where's Louie at?
Now where's Waldo?
Yeah, where's Louie? I say he's at home in bed.
Dude, I know.
You think he's over? You think he's?
It's 3:00, so Central Time.
Central,
3:00 Central Time.
He's probably planning to go out somewhere else already.
I don't know.
Tonight. I don't know. Does he have his pool thing tonight?
No, his pool things are on Sundays.
Oh, Sundays.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Playing with his balls again.
Well,
you got anything else to
anything else about Fiesta?
Finishing up?
Anything else about
something
Fiesta?
popped into my head and it went away. That's the Alzheimer's kicking in. I can't remember.
Old age kicking in.
Crankshaft. We're gonna have to change Dr. X's name pretty soon. Crankshaft. You remember that? You remember the cartoon?
Yes, I remember
Crankshaft.
that. Crankshaft, yes.
I don't know who gets the paper now.
Do they still make paper?
I don't know. It could be online only.
Do they? And if they do they still have comics?
Who do they even deliver the paper now?
Do they even sell it at the stores anymore?
I don't know. That was a big thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember Sundays was always $2. I remember Sundays was always $2.
Yeah, or $2.50,
something like that. But if they do sell it at the stores, how much is it now? Like $5?
Well, it's so bad. I don't know. It could be just so they could get their money's worth.
Money's worth.
But remember, you could go down Military or anywhere close to Military Drive, which is a street for people outside of San Antonio, which is a main street here. And there'll be people on the corner selling the papers or in the middle, whatever. And you don't even see that anymore.
No, you don't.
You don't even see it. And the ones you do see are the ones that stole the papers.
Yeah.
Now they're there trying to $15.
And do they have paper routes anymore? Does anybody have a paper route anymore?
I don't even know what goes on anymore.
I don't even know. You throw paper in the.
All I know is that when you go on the website, probably to the Express News or whatever, and you get to a certain point, and it doesn't let you continue.
Yeah, you have to subscribe.
Yeah, you have to describe. Like what?
You're reading an article and then it starts getting good, and then to continue reading this article, please. Oh, I just want. Did he die or what? What happened?
Just he got shot. Yes. I want to find out. God damn it! That box doesn't go away either. You can try everything. You know, like, oh, let me just X out. Nope. Pops right back up.
Continue reading. Subscribe. I guess I won't know if that guy lived or not.
Yeah, I guess no. I guess I have to actually watch the news.
Yeah, I actually watch the news to see if he lived or not. No, she is
an actual person talking about what's going on right now, not tomorrow.
Oh man.
Well, I don't know. I don't have anything else, man, and I'm not sure what happened to Louie. I guess we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna dock his pay.
After we just finished saying it's a unpaid gig, we're gonna dock his pay. So
we're gonna suspend him for an episode.
I think we should make him buy the growler.
Oh, hand it off to him.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, it's been going on for about 3 years already.
For those of you who remember the previous show, I've owed Dr. X a growler for about 2.5 years now. Eventually, I will fulfill my.
By the time I get that growler, that place will go out of business and it won't be there no more.
There will be no more.
It won't be there no more.
No. Or another pandemic. I don't know.
The growlers. They were sitting pretty on that shelf the last time I went.
That's right. He even sent me a picture too. Oh, look at that growler.
Almost had to, but the Spurs had to win a game in February.
Oh, I can't believe I won that bet.
It was so close.
That was how
so
much
far.
I didn't even have that faith. I just decided to be against you.
We had a bet this year that our San Antonio Spurs were not going to win a game in the month of February.
Now, put some context on that. Now, the month of February is when the San Antonio Rodeo comes in.
Yes.
And they take over the AT&T Center, so the Spurs have to leave basically for
the
whole month, basically.
So they got no home games.
No home games.
No home games. They got no superstars on the team, so they're a young team.
Yeah, they are.
They're a young team, no superstars.
Nope.
And they were already the season was already in tank mode, meaning they wanted to lose because to get a high draft pick. So my odds were against Porky.
They're very high too, very very high.
And we came down to the last day of the month, February 28th, and they pulled out the W.
And was it against the Pistons?
No, it was against
Utah.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
I was like, wow, they beat Utah.
But
Utah wasn't that good.
No, Utah wasn't good.
I forgot they didn't have what's his face with him anymore. He was in Cleveland.
He's in Cleveland.
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't even know that. Yes. Just to go against Dr. X, that's why I made that bet. I thought I was gonna lose. And it was a double or nothing.
Yeah, and the only reason they beat Utah was because they had already played them like 2 days before.
Did they pull their starters?
The 2 days before, no, I don't think so. But they were in the first game. They were in it up until the fourth, and then Utah ran away with it. So that's why I kind of figured when they played them again,
they were gonna come back.
I mean, you can't. Yeah. It's hard to beat a team 2 days, 2 times.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a double or nothing bet.
Yeah, I was doing that.
It was either gonna have to owe him 2 growlers or no growlers. But I am a gentleman
and a scholar
at that. So I told him, even though I won the bet, I still told him that I would buy him his growler. So I still owe him the growler.
See, but I mean, it still has to be an IPA. So
that's right. So the bet was
I win, but I lose.
Right. So that part of the bet was okay. If did you? Okay, it was just buying you a growler, right?
It was just buying. It was buying a growler, but you got to pick.
You had to drink what I
had to drink what you picked.
So you knew it was going to be something heavy.
It wasn't.
So that was a stay-at-home night.
It was. It wasn't going to be a Michelob. It wasn't going to be a Michelob Ultra.
If I was going to lose that bet, you were going to suffer, bro. Yes. So you were going to have to stay home.
I'm already know that growler is going to be a 2-dayer. Yeah, it's not gonna be.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a one-nighter. No.
and you're gonna hate it so bad.
God,
You're gonna hate it so bad, man. You know what? I'll change it. I'll change it. I'll buy whatever you want. No, just to be nice. Just to be nice. And that's why I changed
I'm
it.
telling you, but the only beers they have there at that place are all IPAs. They don't
There's
got
nowhere else that has growlers.
There's nobody that I know.
What was it called? Chicken and a pickle.
Do they
Golden
have
chick. What was it called?
Golden feather. Gold feather.
Gold feather.
Gold feather. Yes. Gold feather.
I don't know why I was thinking gold feather. I was thinking of Goldfinger. Faja. All right, man. Well, we already know Louie's not here. He's not gonna make it, so he missed out on this episode. But man, it was good.
It's not the first, I bet you. Let's be triple or nothing.
Triple or
Triple or nothing.
Triple or nothing.
This is not gonna be the first one.
Oh wow. Oh, when he hears this, ew, does he want you to win or does he want you to lose?
Exactly. Whose side is he on?
Who does he like more? Man, whoa, I don't know. Do you think? Well, I mean, you know him. I mean, I know him too, but
Yeah.
you know him longer,
Yeah.
so you know. You know it might happen again.
It's a big. I don't even want to say might.
Oh wow. He's not here to defend himself, but too bad. All right, man. Well, good show, man. Fiesta, like I said, come down, make your own decisions. You got to experience it, something, because there's something to do every day once it starts. Some of them are even kid friendly. There are kid friendly events only, like kid only events, sort of, like you can take your kids and there wouldn't be any problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me take that back.
I think you gotta have them back home before the sun goes down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You don't want.
Yeah, because you don't want to end up with your kids at market.
No,
at 10 o'clock at night, man.
No, you don't, but it happens. But you don't.
Did you see those videos?
I seen those videos.
I keep trying to cut this off, but I saw that video with the lady with the baby. Did you
I don't
see
think
that?
I seen that one, but I saw some videos.
No, there was a lady with the baby, and she had it in one of those holsters in front of her, and the baby was drinking a bottle, and she was drinking beer.
They both had a bottle.
You might as well.
They both had their own version of a bottle.
I was like, dude, come on, man.
I mean, but it's like I told somebody too. It's like, leave your kid at home so you won't look bad. But then people are gonna be like, oh, she left her kid at home because she has to go out. So you're like damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
Damned if you have your kid,
and you're damned if you're not.
Damned if you have haters who are gonna talk shit about you
because you did the right thing and left them at home, so you could go do your,
so you can go be a sucia.
Sucia.
There's a lot of sucias going around. Did you saw that too? One of the bars had a sucia contest.
Yes, I saw that.
Sucia. Do we have to explain sucia? No, we already did, right?
I know we didn't, but I don't know. I don't.
Well, it's correct definition. I'm not sure if there's
an English term to it.
A flusy?
I thought it meant like
a sucia.
I thought it meant just like
Dr. X is looking it up.
So it means dirty.
I guess it depends on how you want to use it.
Yeah. It's a Spanish slang term, so you can use it however in Spanish. I guess you can use it. Yeah, because
to call a woman dirty,
it's like saying like chingadera.
Chingadera,
right?
Yeah, we see chingaderas.
You can use that any way you want.
Right.
And it means what?
Yeah, because I mean, you can use is sucio the same thing? Sucio?
Scary? I thought sucio was kind of like scary.
That's susto.
Sustao was scared.
Sustao
was scared. Sucio was like scary looking, maybe.
This is why I didn't take Spanish.
Yeah, me either. Well, I mean, my Spanish classes were never when you were in Spanish,
Oh, well, I guess it depends on how you want to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
how you wanna-
I mean, it's like calling a woman the P word, you know. And I'm not gonna say it.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know.
it's like that's close to it because you're calling her dirty.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But like, is that really what it means?
That's supposed to be. I'm going by what the translator telling me. The translator telling me it means dirty.
Did you Google that?
I didn't Google it. I had the translator app on my phone.
Oh, well,
know,
because you have one of those.
Yeah,
phones.
you could translate from Spanish to English.
One of those. You can do that on Google too.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yes.
Translate.
So, I mean, that's what the translator said. That's what
Well,
it
I guess,
means.
okay. Well, what I'm trying to say is just basically, I mean, sucia can be used different ways. Like you say.
Yeah.
Like you say, it can be used different ways.
It'd be different ways.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they are dirty or, you know, they're
No,
just like,
exactly.
It's just, you know, the Fiesta sucia was she was in a bra and shorts. Not
She
a
was
bra. She was in a bikini
bikini
top.
top.
I'm sorry, bikini top.
A bikini
Yeah.
top and blue jean shorts, right?
So it's like San Antonio, so they call everybody sucias.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
But it was just another Fiesta, kind of like what entertainer.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
like the Mexican Elvis.
Yeah.
You know,
sucias. All right, man. Well, Louis wasn't here. He missed out on all the fun.
he could have said what sucia really meant.
Yeah, he probably saw a couple of them last night. He could have given us a better definition.
Definition. Yep.
All right, man. Well, thanks for taking the time. Dr. X, it was fun.